Okay, so we're going to try to do this all in one take, folks. It's Sunday morning here in Winnipeg. And, it's serious topics that we're talking about. And the serious topics are what's going on in our world these days, of course. And, of course, everything that's going on in the world these days seems to revolve around CV-19. So, lockdowns, masks, vaccines, limitations on travel, limitations on who you can see, where you can go. Therefore, serious matters like that deserve to be respected with people who take it serious. And I do take it serious. I wanted to do this video because of things that I hear on 680 CJOB, or as I call them, 680 SnowJob here in Winnipeg. And they are pretty much wall-to-wall CV talk 24/7. And it's propaganda, it's indoctrination, and it's absolutely ridiculous. When are you people going to stop listening to the mainstream media and start thinking for yourselves? Just yesterday, I'm listening to CJOB, or SnowJob, and they're giving out the CV statistics for the day. And the guy comes on and says, numbers for today here in Manitoba are 123 new cases, or 123 in hospital, 21 in ICU, and one new death to report. An 80-year-old man has died from CV, bringing the total to 920 deaths so far in the province within the last year plus, give or take a month or two. And this demands that we lock down, shut down our businesses, and stay home, wear a mask, and don't associate with our friends and family and loved ones. People like Charles Adler and these guys on CJOB, nothing but shills, absolute shills, because they're getting paid the bucks to be on the radio, because they wear a tie and a shirt when they speak, because they have a college degree, a PhD, a whatever. Makes them the authorita over us, over our thoughts, over our own deductions, our own logic, our own reasoning. They supersede all of that because they're on the radio. They speak to the masses. They talk to the scientists. They talk to the top elites, the politicians. They're on the inside. You're darn right they're on the inside. The inside of the SnowJob that's going on CJOB and all of the other mainstream media. And then you see the people comment on the stories or call into the shows demanding that our governments and our politicians and our powers that be crack down even more on those of us who don't want to wear a mask, on those of us who don't agree with the vaccine, who don't agree with this scamdemic. I've even seen comments, and many of them, that have gone as far as to say we should be rounding these people up, putting them in detention camps. And eventually, you know what that means? Killing them. Why? Because it's all about saving lives, don't you know? It's all about saving lives. Not your life, of course. Fuck you. It's all about saving lives that agree with them, that agree to die while they're still alive. Give up your freedoms, your liberties, your money, your finances. Give it all up. Owe nothing, own nothing. Be happy, as True Dope says. All about saving lives, yet these same people come out with a woman's right to choose. It's her body, her choice. Where are you when it comes to my choice, my body? When I deem it not necessary to have a vaccine jabbed into my arm. It's my choice. Oh, but no, it isn't, they'll say. Because if you don't take the vaccine, you can make others sick. Is that so? Well, take the vaccine. If you believe in it so heartily, take it. And you should be safe. Why should I have to take it in order to make you safe? Why should I have to do everything that you tell me to do in order to make you feel better? It's not my job to make you feel better. If I really thought that this scamdemic was as bad as they say it is, and I'm sure most people out there think the same way, that if they really believed what we are being told, that this pandemic is as bad and as serious as they say, I guarantee you most people would not be out running around to stores and shopping, myself included. And I certainly wouldn't feel safe doing it with a mask on, not one of these little flimsy masks that were given. No, sir. If there was a real pandemic going on, like they say it is, I would be staying at home voluntarily. I wouldn't be out running around. I wouldn't be out broadcasting that I think everyone should. I'd be looking for something a little more fortifying than a flimsy mask. I'd make sure I could afford myself a hazmat suit at the very least. Tell me it's all about saving lives. The same people that go out and they advocate for women to be able to abort their fetuses, their babies. Until you are serious about all life, don't come telling the rest of us how to live. Because if we have to live in lockdowns and fear, we're dead already. And I don't want to live that way. I'm going to tell you something, and it may come as a surprise to a lot of you people out there. It just might. But none of us are getting out of this alive. I'm not talking about the scamdemic. I'm talking about life in general. None of us get out alive. So let's not play dead while we're still here. Get off your knees and stand up and live. Because in a province of 1.3 million people, we're going to have death. And one death in one day from an 80-year-old who they say had CV is not a reason to lock us all up. Yes, I believe there may be call it a virus going around, just like the flu does every year. But a pandemic, no. So you're going to say we're out killing grandma because we want our freedoms back? What about all the years before when the flu went around every year and we'd pass it to one another? People died of that every year. Are we murderers? Is it going to get to the point where we can go back and start charging people from years past because they had a flu and they came to work and gave it to someone else? Then they gave it to someone else, and somewhere along the line, someone died that had underlying conditions anyway, that was old and was going to die anyway? No, we can't do that. Turn off 680 SnowJob. Stop listening to those people. Stop falling for the bullshit. Get on with your life. And once we stop listening to the mainstream media, everything's good again. That's about all I got on the subject. Let me know what you think. And listen, the other side is out there in masses on the internet, all around, making their voices heard. Not in our favor, but in favor for more lockdowns, in favor for more tightening of restrictions on us They make their voices heard. They are the minority. The majority of us don't agree with this. But you'd never know it when you look at the comments and the subscriptions on YouTube and around Facebook and social media. You would swear we were outnumbered, 200 to 1. No, what it's time for is people who agree with what I'm saying, who think like we do, to start showing their support for people that is willing to put their voice out there. Start subscribing to our channels. Start listening to our videos, our broadcasts. Start sharing. Start talking to us on Facebook. Let it be known what you think. Yeah, I know. Most don't, because there's so many out there that's ready to jump them. Every little comment, there's always 10 people out there ready to call you an idiot, to denounce you, to require that you be locked up for your thoughts. No, it's time for you to stand up and let people know what you think, because it's time to pick a side. And if you don't pick a side, the side will pick you. Remember, silence says a lot. So let's not let evil prevail. Let's not let the powers that be have their way. Because they own our media, our mainstream media. They own a lot of the shills that are out there on the internet. It's time for the rest of us to stand up and have our voice. Yeah, I know they'll censor it. But let's make it hard for them to censor. You want to censor us? Do it. All the millions of us. It'll take time. Can't shut us all down. Cancel culture? Are you serious? We're out canceling Aunt Jemima, Uncle Ben, Dr. Seuss. Staples in our society for years. Staples in our society, in our culture. And they ban it. Burn the books. But yet, they'll produce a Grammy Award show with half-naked women twerking, doing sexual things on stage. That's okay? We're banning Dr. Seuss because we're afraid that some of the things is racist, sexual. And yet we put garbage like this on TV for our young people to watch. And we wonder why we are in the serious situation we're in. There's no wonder. No wonder whatsoever. If you can't look at what's going on and see it for what it is, then you're blind. You want to be lied to. And all I can see coming out of it is the people that want to be lied to, the people that want to go along with this, are the same ones who want to have the government take care of them, so that they don't have to be responsible for themselves. And that's what it really comes down to. Until we take responsibility for ourselves, we're always going to be in a mess. They hijack things like Martin Luther King and twist his words to fit their narrative for today. Martin Luther King had nothing to do with the equality that these people are talking about. Judge a man by the content of his character, not the color of his skin, was Martin Luther King's speech, beliefs. And I agree. Equality can't be dished out by the government. There is no guarantee of equality in life. We are all created equal. Does not equate to we are all equally the same. It's up to us to make the most of the talents that we are given. some more limited than others. Trust me, I know. But we have to make the most of it. There's no guarantees in life. So on that note, that's about all I've got to say today, or on this subject for now. Until next time, hit the subscribe button down below. Listen, share the videos around, and for God's sakes, let your voice be heard. Have a good day.